Hello guys, welcome to the JavaScript tutorial, and today we'll discuss about events method. Mainly we'll focus on prevent default, stop propagation and stop immediate propagation. So what is prevent default? So there are few HTML elements that have the default functional behavior. So the prevent default method prevent the default actions that browser makes when an event is triggered. So this prevent default method does not stop the propagation. So now we'll discuss about the next method, that is like stop propagation. The stop propagation means if we don't want the event to travel through the DROM in the capturing phase or the bubbling phase, then we can use the stop propagation. First, I'll check the prevent default and the stop propagation with some example. Then I'll discuss about the stop immediate propagation. This is the example I have taken before. Now I'll just add the event methods in this example and we'll try to understand. So I have added one anchor tag here. I just added google.com. So what is happening when I click on the navigate to Google, then it will take us to the google.com. If I click on this, then this is the google.com. So like what is the default behavior of this link? So the default behavior is like when I click on this link, then it will take us to the google.com. Now, if I want to prevent this default behavior, then what I need to do? Now, so this is the anchor tag. I just given an id G, and now I'll just create a event listener for the G. What I'll do here, I'll just give the G here. On click event, I'll just do the event dot prevent default. Means I'm just preventing the default actions. That means it will not take us to the google.com page. हम लोग ये पे जब click करेंगे अब देखते हैं, see it's not taking us to the google.com. So that means like we are just preventing the default actions. So now we have take another example with the form. In the form we can see like what is happening. So now if I'll just click on the submit, then we can see the page is being refreshed. Reloaded. Then we don't want this unnecessary the page refreshed or the reloaded stuffs, right? So for that we can do one thing, we can just prevent this default action of the from submit. What we can do, on submit, just do a call like uh, prevent the action, like on submit form. In here we'll pass ev in event. Basically this is the on submit form. In here I'll just write a function with the on submit form to be called, right? This is function, this is the ev. Then what I'll do, I'll just simply ev dot uh, prevent default. So now we can see the default action is prevented or not. Okay, if we click on the submit, then we can see the page is being not refreshed or reloaded. See, you can see it right here, right? It's not reloaded or not refreshed. So in this way we can prevent some default actions, but we can stop the event propagation. For that I'll just remove this as of now. So now we'll discuss about the stop propagation. So like what I will do, so stop propagation means we know like we have to stop the propagation, means we have to stop the event to be traveled through the DOM. So in here if we click on the child one, then the child one is called, then it's the call from the parent. That means the propagation is happening from the child to parent. So that is called like bubbling, right? If you want to stop this propagation, means I don't want this event should be go to the parent, it should stay with child itself. Then we can just do one thing, we just call the event dot stop propagation. If we click on the child one, see we can see the child one is called, then we can see the called from parent is not appeared. That means we have stopped that propagation. In the same way, if you go for the capturing phase, then we can see so that is like true. And if you want to stop the propagation for the capturing phase, then you have to give the stop propagation here itself. This will be like event dot stop propagation. Now see the call from the parent, then child one is not called, that is not appeared. Okay, so in that way we can just do the stop propagations. either in the parent side or from the child side. So now I just want to include one thing. If I want to add another event listener to the same element for the same event, then we can see what is happening. Okay, call. Okay, I have to do these changes. Remove it. Now refresh once again. Now, if we click on the child one, then we can see child one is called. Then the child one again is called. Then the parent is not coming. That is fine. But we can see the child one again is called. That means whatever the other event listener has been added for the same element, it has been executed with that after using the stop propagation. So that is not correct because I don't want this event should go in anywhere from this. That means we have to use some different method, that is like stop immediate propagation. So stop immediate propagations, it basically stop that propagation from this area itself. Okay, like whatever, like if you attach more listener for the same element, it will not trigger the other. So if we click on the child one, then we can see the child one is called. The child one again is not called. That means it does stop the propagation from this area itself. We can use this method in our next project or any applications where I can describe you in a better way where we have to use these methods for different purposes. So that's all from the event methods. Thank you for watching the video. Please do subscribe. We'll meet you in the next session.